never had writer's block. So no, we didn't have any problem writing any of it. Those don't come all the time, but when they do, and the song just falls out and everybody knows it's a special song, that's what we live for. That's what we're chasing. What's up, y'all? We're Florida Georgia Line, and here's the hit story of our song, Long Live. I don't remember how the original title. I think somebody just had the title, right?
Yeah.
We were on the bus. We were on tour.
2019. On
the Tree Vibes bus, and we had gotten together, me and BK and Corey Crider, Garcia, and Josh, right? Josh Miller got together one morning about 11 o'clock and wanted to write a song, and somebody threw out Long Live, and then it was one of those special writes. The song sort of just fell out. I mean, Garcia had a great track.
I remember Garcia, he showed up with that track, that little intro lick was already there, and the track sounded amazing. I think we were all inspired, and then I think once we connected the Long Live idea, it's one of those things where the lyric and the melody and the track kind of just, that marriage was already there. And sometimes you have to push and you have to switch tracks or switch ideas, and you'll do that for sometimes 45 minutes, but that was one of those magical days, just writing on tour and just trying to soak it up and give it our best, and that was extra special with some good buddies.
I think with this song specifically, it started with the title. But once we heard that, it all kind of clicked. This is a nostalgic song. This is about how we grew up. This is about stuff that feels good. Let's talk about the good country life. It's a lifestyle song. I like Long Live the Walmart parking lots. Because for me, I mean, we spent a lot of time not getting in trouble because we were, our parents were cool with it as long as we were in the parking lot, and then we go home. For me, it just kind of brought back a lot of good memories. And every time I sing that, I think about Monroe, Georgia, and the small little Walmart that we used to hang out at. And for us, it was instant where we were excited to write it. We heard Long Live, and we thought, oh man. And then right after that, probably one of us said, Long live all small towners, and it was just off to the races. So sometimes the title will do that.
We were lucky enough to take our families and our producer and his wife to the Bahamas. There's an amazing little resort with an incredible studio called the Sanctuary Studio, and we just kind of made ourselves at home for about 2 weeks there and knocked a bunch of vocals out, had a good time, and we really did a lot of musical stuff there too. Just kind of getting the record right, getting all the tracks and all the instrumentation, and just really kind of deep diving. Our record truly took form and shape in the Bahamas. We did a lot of singing for sure, but there was just a different energy there. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience than being in Nashville, being down in the Bahamas, getting to work for 10 days. We love what we do so much that we spend a ton of time in the studio. We did take one day and get a boat and go out and do some fishing and get sunburned and just do some drinking. And we actually used that as a test day to listen to all the songs on the boat. And it was fun. It was a little reward, but we worked a ton. I mean, we probably spent 8 to 10 hours a day in the studio, but just being out of Nashville and being in a different environment, being around the sunshine, and it was just inspiring in itself. Go to a new studio that we weren't, used to working in all the time. And yeah, it was a great experience. Glad we got to do that. I think the fans have loved it. I think for our newer fans, it feels good, and for our older fans, they probably kind of get the same feeling BK and I get. I mean, a little bit of that throwback feel and just sort of a little trip down memory lane. Maybe it's not their childhood, but maybe it's their first memories of Florida Georgia Line or their first show or whatever the case is. So the fans have loved it, and we're thankful.
Obviously, just with everything everybody's been through the past year with the pandemic and everything, it just kind of rings more true. Long live these great times and this lifestyle that we all love and live. Long live nights like these. So it's just kind of weird timing, but extra special at the same time.
We have not performed it live yet, and it's already top 10. And we've never performed I Love My Country live either to fans, and that one's, I don't know, that went number 1 last year sometime. So we're excited to get back on the road and play some of these hits off this album that we hadn't got to hear the fans sing back to us, which is one of the best things about what we do.